Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's been the subject of countless books, movies, and late-night conversations. How can men and women understand each other better? It often feels like we're speaking completely different languages, leading to frustration, arguments, and a whole lot of head-scratching. But what if I told you that with a little insight and effort, we can bridge that gap? It's not about changing who you are, but about learning to decode the person you care about. So, where do these differences even come from? Well, a big part of it is how we're often socialized. From a young age, boys are frequently encouraged to be independent, solution-oriented, and to suppress emotions. Girls, on the other hand, are often taught to be more community-focused, expressive, and nurturing. Think about it. When a guy has a problem, his first instinct is often to retreat into his cave, to figure out a solution on his own. He sees the problem as a challenge to conquer, and offering unsolicited advice can feel like you're questioning his ability to handle it. For women, the experience is often the opposite. When she shares a problem, she's not always looking for a quick fix. More often than not, she's seeking connection and validation. She wants to feel heard and understood. She's sharing her feelings to build intimacy and feel supported. So when her partner immediately jumps in with, "You should do this," it can feel invalidating, as if her feelings are being dismissed in favor of a practical but emotionally distant solution. This fundamental difference in communication style is a major source of conflict. Let's call it the fixer versus the feeler. Imagine this scenario. A woman comes home from a tough day at work and says, "My boss was so unfair today. I'm so frustrated." The man, in fixer mode, might immediately respond with, "You should report him to HR." Or, "Why don't you just look for a new job?" He's trying to help by solving the problem. But what she, the feeler, might actually need to hear is, "Wow, that sounds really tough. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Tell me more about what happened." See the difference? The first response tries to eliminate the problem, while the second one validates the emotion. Neither approach is inherently wrong. They're just different. The key is to recognize what your partner needs in that specific moment. So for the men watching, next time your partner is upset, try asking a simple question before offering a solution. "Do you need me to listen, or would you like me to help you brainstorm some solutions?" This simple question can be a game changer. It shows you respect her feelings and her process. And for the women, it can be helpful to understand that when a man retreats to solve a problem, it's not a rejection of you. It's just how he's wired to handle stress. Giving him that space can be the most supportive thing you do. When he's ready, he'll emerge. Also, if you just need to vent, it can be incredibly helpful to state that up front. Something like, "Hey, I just need to vent for a few minutes. I don't need you to fix anything, I just need a listening ear." This gives him a clear roadmap and prevents him from defaulting to fixer mode. Another huge area of misunderstanding is how we handle stress. Men often experience stress as a focused problem that needs a direct solution. They might become withdrawn, irritable, or laser-focused on a single activity to distract themselves, like playing a video game or working on a project in the garage. This is their way of decompressing and regaining a sense of control. Women, on the other hand, often experience stress as being overwhelmed by a multitude of interconnected worries. Talking about these feelings helps them untangle the web and feel less alone in their struggle. When she's stressed, she might want to talk about everything that's bothering her, from work pressure to family obligations to that weird noise the car is making. It's a way of processing, not just complaining. The disconnect happens when he sees her stress talk as a mountain of problems he's now responsible for fixing, which makes him feel overwhelmed and inadequate. And she sees his withdrawal as him being uncaring or dismissive of her feelings. The solution? Again, it's about communication and understanding. He needs to understand that listening is his primary task, not solving. She needs to understand that his need for space isn't personal. Let's talk about appreciation. Men and women often feel appreciated in different ways. Many men feel valued when their efforts and competence are acknowledged. Simple words like, "Thank you for fixing the sink, you're so good at that," can mean the world. It affirms his role as a provider and a capable partner. He's not just doing a task, he's contributing, and he wants that contribution to be seen and valued. Many women, on the other hand, feel appreciated through acts of thoughtfulness and attentiveness. It's not always about grand gestures, it's the little things. Remembering a small detail from a previous conversation, offering to help without being asked, or giving a hug just because. These actions say, "I'm thinking of you. You are important to me." They show that you're paying attention to her as a person, not just a partner who cohabitates a space. So, how do we put all this into practice? It starts with empathy. Try to put yourself in your partner's shoes, considering their likely perspective based on these general patterns. But remember, these are just generalities. The most important thing is to learn your partner's specific language. Pay attention. What makes them light up? What makes them shut down? Have open, non-accusatory conversations about your needs. You could even watch this video together. Frame it as a team effort. Instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try, "I feel unheard when I'm upset, and what I really need in those moments is just a hug, and for you to listen." Instead of, "You're always trying to solve my problems," try, "I really appreciate that you want to help, and sometimes the best way you can help is just by letting me talk it out." This isn't about one person being right and the other being wrong. It's about two different people, with different wiring and different communication styles, learning to dance together without stepping on each other's toes. It takes patience, it takes practice, and it takes a genuine desire to understand the person you love. The goal isn't to become the same, it's to appreciate and navigate your differences with grace and love. By learning each other's emotional language, yes, you're not just avoiding arguments. You're building a deeper, more resilient, and more fulfilling connection. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this gave you some valuable insights you can apply to your own relationships. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content like this. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's one thing you've learned that has helped you better understand your partner? Let's continue the conversation down there. See you in the next video.